Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Clay. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world. Now, pigs are truly flying because I never thought I'd see the day where we're hearing that Jenelle Eason slash Evans is leaving David Eason. I'm so shocked. I think that it's the best for the situation that they're in because she does have Jace back in her care, and there is no contact order between Jace and David, rightfully so. And I'm just thinking, like, wow, is Jenelle growing up? Is she actually going to do the right thing in this scenario? If so, I applaud. Snaps. I applaud it because I really honestly did not see that taking place. Now, LB exclusively broke the news today about the fact that Jenelle and David are on the outs. They have changed their social media to separated. She has let us know that potentially, through her source, that potentially David is staying on their boat, and that Jenelle has kicked out Marissa, David's daughter, from the house, and David is not happy about it because Jace does need his own bedroom and his own space. I'm sure that's a requirement when he's back in her custody. So she's trying to do right by him, putting his mental health first. So I applaud her for it. Now, I have seen some comments that said, CPS's main objective is to be able to reunify families once they're able to do that, once they see fit. And I completely get that. I think that families should be together. I think that a child should be with their mother, especially, But if that mother has shown time and time again that she's just going to put a man in front of her child, that was my concern. Now, if it is changing, which it seems like it is, then I'm all for Jace being back in her care. Because at the end of the day, a mother's love, that cannot be replaced. It really can't be replaced. Yes, Barbara raised him and tried to give him the best life that she could, but a mother's love, there's nothing like it. So I'm happy to hear that he is back in the home. I'm sad to hear that Marissa had to leave, and the way that it was done seems as if Jenelle could have used more care in letting Marissa know, because Marissa's still, a child, letting Marissa know that, she had to leave, but not kick her out. That's the narrative that's running. That she was texting Marissa like, hey, you gotta go. Jace needs to have a room. Like, you need to get your stuff. I'm like, you could have kind of dealt with that with David and being like, look, you need to come get your stuff and also get your child and go to another location. I don't think she should have directed that to Marissa. I that puts a bad taste in my mouth. And then the fact that maybe potentially, was it a wake-up call with Ashley, her sister, coming out and doing her TikToks? I think it was yesterday. Time is moving fast. It was yesterday or a day before that. Ashley came out with her TikTok videos calling Jenelle out, rightfully so, for talking mad shit about Barbara, her family, and everybody. And she really told it like it is. I listened to the video on my channel, so you can go and look at that if you please. But I just feel like, okay, so she's gonna try to get it together. She's getting Jace set up to have his room. Hopefully that means he's going to get his therapy and be on the right medication, because from what I was seeing from LB when I was watching her live is that she is letting him partake in the green as a form of self-medication. And I think that at 14, because I smoke, I don't see an issue with weed, but at 14, I think that's a little much. That's a little much. 14, like anybody under like 18, I feel like that's a little much, but realistically, I know once you get like 16, 17, all these kids are smoking. They're vaping in the schools and doing all this, that, and the other. It's crazy. But I hope that's not what they're doing for self-medication, that he's actually on prescribed medication for his issues. I will say, looking online, a lot of people are of the mind that this is all kind of like stunts and shows, and that it's not a situation where it's going to be long term, and that Jenelle's only doing this to see if David's going to get off on his charges or not. And if he does get off on his charges, then she can bring him back. However, I just saw an article via The Sun saying that David has potentially, allegedly filed for divorce. And I'm just wondering, David, you're gonna have to work now. You divorced Jenelle, you're gonna have to work. It's been a minute. Like, how do you feel about that? You're not gonna be able to literally leech off of Jenelle Eason and her MTV money or her OnlyFans money for too much longer if you get a divorce. And for Jenelle, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like dealing with this man, he's just gonna make it fucking miserable in hell to divorce from him. I just think it's gonna be one of those divorces that are just like super contentious, is drawn out for no fucking reason. They gotta fight over the land and all of that. It's just like, dude, you've lived off of Jenelle for years. She has taken your daughter in and has given her a home. Look, just leave. Leave peacefully, leave quietly, and be done with it. I feel like there has been so much drama surrounding their lives for so many years. It has to be exhausting. So it's saying that essentially Marissa was kicked out. A source claims that Jenelle texted Marissa while she was at school. Oh, Jenelle, I hope that's not true. And told her she had to leave the home because her room was going to be Jace's room moving forward. I really hope that's not how that went, and I don't know why she would think that that is an appropriate way to communicate with the child over adult situations. That this has nothing to do with Marissa. This has everything to do with David and Jenelle. You should not involve children in your mess as much as they have. So she said that she needs to leave the room but then I'm like, someone brought up on LB's like, Inslee, why can't she stay with Inslee? But then again, I'm like, I understand that's not her daughter, so she's not obligated to like have her in her home, especially if David is gone, but she has been in her life for quite a while. It just seems like really mean way to go about that, you know? Like, imagine your stepmom coming at you like while you're at school, nonetheless, like, oh, you got to get your shit out, Jace is about to be in your room, like, at school. So this same source is claiming that the separation doesn't seem to be a temporary thing. Jenelle is finally putting her foot down, thank God, to David, and putting her kids before him. David is now living on the boat and he and Jenelle brought last year. So if Marissa is gone, does that mean she's with her father on the boat? I cannot see that being an arrangement any teenage girl would want to deal with. Like, that sounds miserable. To be on a boat, a non-functioning boat, on some marina dock somewhere with your dad, who is David Eason, that sounds literally terrifying. Terrifying. And really for Jenelle and Barbara, like all these years, her concern has been about getting Jace back and having him in her custody. And that's why there's so much discord between her and Barbara. And now that she has what she's been working for all these years, I hope that like things can settle out. You know what I mean? Even though Ashley said in her video that Barbara is completely done with Jenelle, I think that Barbara has a big heart, especially how she raised Jace, and would open her heart back up to Jenelle if she got it together. You know, I remember when Jenelle did her little docu-series and she moved to, what was it, like Tennessee or something, and she got her own little place with the kids and whatnot. Barbara was there supporting her. I think that's really all Barbara wants, is for her to get away from this man and take care of her kid at the end of the day. So I really do think that Barbara would be willing to be back in the folds and have her family have some peace for a change. Um, but why I think that it may be more serious than like a temporary thing just to wait out to see if David's going to get his charges or not is because I'm seeing this Sun article that came out not too long ago, and it says land chaos. Teen mom Jenelle Evans' husband David Eason to file for divorce after she kicks him and his daughter Marissa out of the house. So it says the Sun can exclusively confirm a stunning turn of events. Like stunning is a good word because it's shocking. Like who thought that Jenelle was gonna leave David? Like after everything that she didn't leave for, it's like shocking that it's actually happening. Okay, so like the Sun said, this stunning turn of events that unfolded the days leading up to David 35 and Marissa 16, she's only 16, being ordered to leave the former Teen Mom 2's North Carolina home on what is known to fans as the Land. A source has told the U.S. Sun that David has been staying on Janelle's boat over the past week, but then on Monday things began to get heated. 2 days ago, Jenelle started texting Marissa that since her father was no longer living in the home, she could no longer be living there either. The insider said, Jenelle texted Marissa, I've raised you since you were little, but now I have custody of Jace now, and he's my priority. Oh my God, imagine being 16, getting that message from your stepmom. Like, I feel a little bit abandoned. I'm not sure how close she is with like her biological mother. And then David in itself, you know, I don't know, but that would just feel like I'm being abandoned a little bit, I would think. So Jace is her priority, and I'm glad that Jace is her priority, like as it should be, but my goodness. So apparently she kept texting the teen, urging her to leave. Tuesday night at 9 p.m., Jenelle knocked on Marissa's bedroom door and said to her in person, I really need you to find somewhere else to go. She's 16. Jenelle, what are you expecting her to do? Like, okay, you really, like, where is she supposed to go? Like, I would understand if you're like, okay, you need to leave and I have other accommodations for you, or your father is out front about to pick you up, but like, leave and go where? Like, so it continues. I really need you to go somewhere else. I need the room key to go in the morning. And I need your room key. So there's a key to her bedroom, I guess. Okay, like I definitely didn't have a key to my room when I was 16. Like, oh no, I barely had I was really shocked at that. I'm like, okay. So apparently she asked for Marissa to leave her room key and go in the morning. On Wednesday morning, Marissa took her key and went to school as usual, as David had told her to do, but Jenelle kept texting her all day while she's at school. When Marissa got home from school, she ended up packing up her things and leaving. Oh my goodness. I wonder where to. David is supposed to be filing for divorce sometime today. His plan is to get ahead of Jenelle filing, the insider said. We'll see about that. So we'll see if anything comes of this, you guys, or if it's just stunts and shows. Like, I hope that this is all actually happening and that Janelle's priority is Jace. If so, I will give her a round of a freaking applause because it's about time. It really is about time. So go to LB's channel, which I'm sure you already have if you follow this Teen Mom stuff. She has the exclusive. She got from a source that she was not expecting from what she was saying. So I'm like, I wonder who that is. Like Ashley, Barbara, like somebody who knows exactly what the F is going on from what she's saying. But yeah, like this was definitely unexpected. And I hope that Jace is okay, that things can calm down now with Jenelle and her family, since this is all that Janelle's been screaming that she's wanted for years. She finally has it. So there's really no more that the fussing and fighting is needed for. All of that is unnecessary because now you got what you wanted all this time. So yeah, I will see you guys in another video. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.